So originally, I was going to have this review be on camera, where you're able to see me, but I decided to resort to audio only. You see, I saw this movie 6 days ago, and I've been extremely busy in those last 6 days to do a review of this, and I'm just not passionate enough about this movie to put the effort into doing a review on camera. It's much easier to do audio only, but nevertheless, I'll try to work on doing reviews where you're able to see me. Frankly, this movie is pretty forgettable, and so all I care about right now is just getting a review done and posted before this movie is completely gone from memory. So, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Kind of a mouthful of a title, isn't it? So I can't talk about what I thought about this movie until I talk about what I think of the first one. So, the first one, titled The Hitman's Bodyguard, I thought was fine. It's got some moments of greatness. There were a couple of action sequences I remember really being impressed with. Um, I thought the humor was moderately funny. I thought the climax was a lot of fun. I thought the two protagonists, played by Samuel Jackson and Ryan Reynolds, were enjoyable. That's pretty much all I remember about it. And it's a movie that was a huge hit at the box office. I think it was like number one for God, like 3 or 4 weekends throughout August of 2017. Um, and it's a movie I think that's worth watching once. And it's a perfectly serviceable action comedy. And that's about all I have to say about the first film. And then you have the sequel, which I'm finally going to get to, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. And, it was exactly what I expected it to be. I expected it to be, okay. Not quite as good as the first film, but still just okay. And like I said, the first film wasn't that good. It was fine. It was decent. And even though the sequel is okay too, where it kind of falls short of the original, is that there's really no standout moments. Everything about this movie is okay. The action is okay. It's moderately fun, but nothing amazing. The comedy is okay. Some moments and lines of dialogue made me chuckle, but there were no roars of laughter, for me anyway. The characters are passable in their entertainment value as well as their comedic value. The acting is fine. Salma Hayek, Samuel L. Jackson, and Ryan Reynolds are all having fun here with these colorful characters. So even though a lot of the humor is predictable, it still managed to get a smirk out of me, if not a laugh. Um, as I expected, and as many would expect, there's a lot of jokes involving Samuel L. Jackson's frequent and passionate usage of the F bomb and all of its variations. Um, there's a lot of jokes involving Salma Hayek's large bust. And by the way, she does look great at 52, I must say. Hey, there's something about the movie that's truly great. Overall, the movie is much more interesting when the story is focused on our three protagonists, as opposed to all the stuff with the villain and his evil plan, which frankly I don't even remember the plot details to regarding the stuff with the villain. I saw this movie 6 days ago and don't remember a thing about it. Did I mention that this movie is forgettable? So yeah, if you liked the first film, I do think that the sequel is worth a watch. It's just a passable, serviceable action comedy sequel to watch to just pass the time. I give The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard 2.5 out of 4 stars.